Hey, what is up, everybody? My name is June with Ray Signs, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my workflow process on how I design a storefront window graphic. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and that's my little music. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what we're basically creating today. This is kind of like our base, our foundation. I already did this design yesterday, and the basis of this design was a full cover design. This is going to be for our friends at Gas Bros, and this is what I came up with yesterday. We're going to be basically, and I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. My face was in the way. We're going to be creating this style of design. I'm actually going to be switching it up, but this is my base. So let me hop into it. This is kind of like the final storefront window design that I did. And if you guys remember last episode, I also did this. These designs, out of all these designs, this window was the one that stood out to them the most, and this is what they liked. So we're kind of going off of that and something that matches and integrates itself into the brand identity of Gas Bros with that. And let me hop into my work zone here. All right, so cool. So to start off with, let me know if the sound is good because I can't really tell. Going off of that and something that matches. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, I just needed to see that the sound was good. All right, so here is what I sorry. Here's what I did yesterday. This is the design, and there is 6 windows total. And the way this design is actually going to be laid out is going to be like this. And with my clients, I like to create. Hold on. Let's go back to the case. Let's talk about this. All right. So with my clients, I always like to create 3 design options, and this and for windows in particular, I like to kind of switch up the different styles. One, I like to do the full cover. Then option 2, I'm probably gonna be doing a half cover, which I already kind of started here. So it's basically the same concept but cut in half. And then option 3, I'm kind of gonna go completely a different direction, and that is what I'm planning to do right now. The other thing is that I'm probably actually going to be doing 4 options for this particular client. I'll do another full cover, half cover type of design, somewhere in between, and then I'll do another completely just half design, or I might do 3 windows full cover and 3 windows half cover. But we'll check that out in a second. Back to our main screen now. So here is the design, and basically let me go over what we got. This is the setup for the services. I really like how this turned out. Not sure about the colors yet, but I think it works. I wanted the icons to kind of pop out. There was a long list of services, and if we compare that to the original Windows, where are you, original Windows? Let's see. I don't know if I have a picture of the original Windows. Let me open up my other file so I can show you guys the comparison between the original Windows and what we're trying to build out. Okay, customers and original Windows. I believe it's this one. Sorry guys, I should have had this file open, but it's neither here nor there. And again, still have that cough on me. All right, cool. So the original windows were these over here. Let's take these off right here. So this is basically what we got to work with, guys. Just a basic window. You got the water half cover perf, and then you got some services up top. That's cool and all. It is pretty boring, and we are spicing things up for Gas Bros. Like I said, their brand is a little bit more out there, more thought. Like it's a gas station, but things are a lot more thought of brand wise because they have a lot more reach on social media, and they have a lot more eyes on them. So they want things to be nicer. So that's why I came up with this concept. Instead of having the services ran across through like you normally see in other gas stations like this, what they have currently. I'm going to switch it up and just do a full window with the services with little icons. I feel like icons and whoops. I feel like icons are one of the biggest elements that will allow that will allow, you know, what am I trying to say? I feel like icons are like a good element to include in your designs, especially when you have really like a lot of words that, especially with services, with a list of services. And I did that here for my own design back there. But when you have a list of services, it gets kind of repetitive, kind of boring to read. And I feel like icons really help you explain what is going on. A picture's worth 1,000 words. That really comes in true whenever you're dealing with designs as well. So whenever you can, include some icons. It makes things a lot easier. And yeah, I've just really been getting into infographics as well, so that you'll see in my designs. All right, cool. So that's number one. Got the icons there, got the services that they offer, pretty special stuff. And then we're gonna go into even more special stuff, the exotic snacks section. They really want to have a whole window dedicated to this because it is like something special that not every gas station is gonna have. Um, we're just kind of going above and beyond with them. And I don't have my beanie on, but what's I saying? Yeah. So exact snacks, they have them. Nobody else has them, so makes it extra cool. And I kind of went for this like cartoony style, I guess, cartoony, drawn, infographic style. I'm not sure exactly what to call it yet, but this is quickly becoming one of my favorite ways to design things where I just use little arrows and add little hand drawn elements in between more classical design elements, like this really nice sans serif font with this just like hand drawn arrow. And I really just did this arrow. I just drew them with the mouse. Sometimes I'll have the tablet. If I have the tablet, I'll add more little elements, and maybe I'll go in and add little smiley faces and things like that in this darker burgundy color. If they choose this design, I'll get a little bit more deep into it. And then yeah, that's basically the concept. Nice little border, nice little pictures showing what they get. I think that's very common in gas stations to have pictures of the items. Yes, I could express it in icons like this as well, but I don't know. I felt like these pictures could add something to it. I'm not typically the type of person that leans into designs with images, but for convenience stores and restaurants, sometimes I do think that it works well. So especially when you're dealing with specific brands, like you can't really say beer and not have Corona there. So here's like the second one. You're showing off all the brands that they have in stock. It makes it a little bit more like, some advertisement. It works. It works. It's simple, a nice little image. It's simple, but it works. But yeah, I'm continuing that theme throughout all the different windows. So that's one set of three. And then here's the next set of three. And in their logo, they have this saying, the revive, relive, and refuel. And that you can find it right here. I'll zoom in real quick. But yeah, this is their logo. And this is what their sign looks like as well. And they had this little set of words. So I thought I would just incorporate that a little bit bigger into the windows. And what I came up with was for Revive, I just put in the QR. We're kind of honing in on that social media, getting their following up, getting people to post and share, and really basically check us out type of thing. So advertisement for the store on its own, get more people to flood through there, and yeah, it's good stuff. They already have a good amount of people going through there, but this will really drive up the traffic. It will really, like, if people are there, they can post their cars. So there's a lot of good stuff that comes from sharing in social media and promoting your stuff on social media and making it easy for people for people to access your information. So, key point here. So that is one key important point in design for, and when you're thinking of designs for your store front, is that if you have social media and you're on there, which you should be, you definitely want to have some easy way for people to find you on social media, to share your store, to share, like their experience in your store. So having a big QR makes it easy for people to just pull out their phone and scan. They don't really have to think about it. They don't have to look you up. I did include in my design here, I did include the actual at name. So, for example, here it's at Gas Bros, but making the QR much bigger. So if they did want to look us up by name, they can, but the QR is a scan, easy, done. So definitely incorporate QRs into your storefront design. Make it known that you're on social media. Make it known that you want people to follow you, post you, tag you. It's super important. Now, going back to the windows, we got the Relive, which I just put more of the kind of like products that, that just sell. You know what I'm saying? Like the energy drinks, tobacco products, things that, people go in there and we'll get the wrap snacks, the prime, This is just kind of like the hype beast window is what I'm gonna call it. And then the refuel, classic snacks, classic candy, classic chips. You got some Takis, some munchies, Doritos. People like that. The salty snacks, which are your jerkies, and some drinks. I don't know why I particularly chose body armor here. I think I had, let's see. Yeah, I had like Pepsis and other drinks. I had the Cliff Bars, other noodles and stuff. But the body armor just kind of fit fit the nicest on there. But these are all interchangeable pictures. It's really very. I didn't have anything smart or cute to say right here. Candy, noodles, drinks, and chips. So, I might go back in later and add some more text, something a little bit cooler to say. But for now, we're good. Okay. Now, I'm sorry that intro took forever, but we're gonna go ahead and get actually started with the design portion. Now that I have explained the other designs for the windows, but I did want to go ahead and explain that because that's gonna kind of be the foundation for what I'm designing today. When it comes to window design, I like to come into it with a concept already in mind, or at least something that I want to I'm gonna say replicate, but something that I want to create. I already want to have it in mind. Just because the design process of window graphics that are going to be printed, you have so much more freedom than a channel letter sign. You have so much more freedom, and I'll go into my camera view real quick. So with a window design, you have so much more freedom than with a channel letter sign. So these designs, they do get printed. You have the ability to do full color, gradients, backgrounds, like effects and things like that. And if you do the concept right, you can take advantage of the printing. But if you don't come in with a concept, a solid concept, then the print is going to be boring, or it's not going to be effective, or it's just going to look like a cluttered mess. So you do have to come in with a concept, especially with something like this where I'm adding a bunch of pictures in. There has to be a concept. There has to be something behind it to kind of not, just be a bunch of random images put together. So, and if it is going to have like that random collage type of vibe, which my design reckon it does have a collage type of vibe. It has a concept to it. There is points of the design that kind of unify it. So that is something that I kind of think about before before I get into the whole window design. I want to make sure that the concept is solid. That's a main point. All right, so this is gonna be the next concept. I'm thinking, ooh, sorry. Okay, that was weird. All right, so the next concept is going to be and I'll just start doing it. There's no point of talking about it. Just do it. All right, so this is the best way I can explain it. I'm gonna slice through this with the pen tool, and I am going to cut these windows in half in kind of an organic wave shape. I'm so short, I can barely reach the mic. Alright, so in an organic wave shape with the pen tool, and I could do this with a knife tool, but doing it with a knife tool does give me a very organic edge, but I don't know if I want that necessarily. I don't know if I want that super organic edge, so let's do it both ways. And I'll go in here with the knife tool, and the knife tool basically cuts shapes in half, so that's it. And then you'll see it'll split up, boom, boom, boom. But what I do find is, because I don't have my tablet right now, which is just an iPad, and if you guys want to know how to connect your iPad to your what do you call it, to your Adobe Illustrator and make it work as an Wacom tablet, whether you're working on a PC or a Mac, you can always watch my YouTube video on that one. So, because I have a video, I use AstroPad, and I'll show you guys. I use AstroPad, and I'll show you guys how I connect that in that video. So, it's a good one. Anyway, I didn't really care for the knife tool. It just gave me some really jagged edges. If I had the iPad, I could have just well, maybe I can. Let's click on it. What did I click on? Maybe I can. I've never actually tried it. No, I can't. I thought you could. Alright. Alright, so that gives me the organic shape, and give me a second, guys. I'm actually going to turn down the heat on here because it is super hot. I need to turn on the Streamlabs. There we go. I'm going to go into a quick break because I am going to turn down the heat. It is super hot in here. Alright, right now I got the YouTube live setup going on. Say hi to the live.
What's up, live?
And then, yeah, so that's just the live. I'm going to go ahead and keep going on my video. Back up, please. And thanks.
What's that dog?
All right, guys, the heat is off. We can finally continue our work without burning up inside. And I don't want to take off my hoodie. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. We don't need it. And we're gonna go back to the pen tool. And with the pen tool, I created this line, just basically going in and trying to make like a little wave like that. Yeah, should look like that. Okay. And hey, what's up, everybody? Now I'm gonna divide this piece of window, and I'm gonna divide it into two sections. So let's go in here and let's see. I'm just trying to see if I want to adjust the shape, because once I commit to this shape, that's gonna be the shape of the windows, and I do want to have enough space to edit the design. So so the design actually looks, you know, decent. Should I add another curve here, guys? Oh, here's my brother Ray.
What's up, guys? Back in the live film.
And yeah, I'm trying to create an organic shape, but not that it's an organic shape, but I'm also trying to manipulate it so so the design turns out in my favor, meaning that I have enough room to actually and accurately design something that is going to look good. And I don't know if this concept will work or not, but we're gonna go with it. So this gives me a little some little spaces there, so let's just run it, whatever. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and expand this line here, and then I'm gonna go to Pathfinder, and then I'm gonna just go to divide. Oops, I need to highlight everything. Divide, okay, and then that should give me a perfect little line. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. Yeah, there it is. All right, so we got the bottom. I'll go ahead and ungroup. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, because this is gonna take forever if I hit divide again. So instead of divide, let's go to merge, and that should get me, hit on group. Yeah, that should give me a cleaner line. So let's go, let me go down. Yes, what's up?
Check. We need your advice on something.
All right, guys, I'll be right back. back to it, guys. We keep having these silly little interruptions, and we're already 20 minutes in. All right, so so I'm gonna go ahead and go remove all this crap out the way. We don't need that. And now we have our 2 windows. I don't need this, right? We have our 6 windows, and my train of thought, my initial train of thought, is telling me to just use partial of the windows. So I'm talking about using that. Can remove that and that. Something like that, like up, down, up, down. That was my initial train of thought, and I think that's where I was going to go with it. But now looking at it, I think that I'm actually just going to go and follow the bottom wave and just use that bottom wave. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree as I'm doing this. And just to kind of give myself a little conscience, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of use this to signify the window. Something like that. And again, this is me showing you guys ooh, this is me showing you guys my entire process, basically from start to finish when I do a design. Just so you can get a better concept, and this way I can explain things better, and we'll take the highlights and probably post them on the TikTok. But this gives you a good overview on what we actually do when it comes to designing, and how I actually get, designs that are not just, looking good, but not looks like Coca-Cola, but not that designs that are just looking good, but designs that actually work, that are effective, and that accomplish their mission. Let me take this. It's a little. Oops. I am so sorry, guys. I was over here designing and sorry, guys. I was literally talking and designing. I didn't even realize that the screen had not changed. I am so sorry that you guys missed out on that. Um, wow. I don't even know what I had just done. So, I don't know where I just left off, but we're gonna go ahead and keep it rolling on here. So, anyway, or should I just start a new live? Let me know. No, we'll keep it rolling. We'll keep it rolling. All right. So this is basically what it's going to be. Um, the shoot, I've lost my complete train of thought. Okay, so the I think I might just start a new live so people can know that I can edit all this out, right? I don't know. It's live. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I have already kind of set this window up, and last thing I did, I think, is that I cut this in half, and then I was trying to debate between using the top half or the bottom half of the design, and we're gonna be using the bottom half of the cuts because I feel like that's gonna allow for more view inside the window. Let me just double check if that's the direction that we want to go. I think it is. I think that's the direction that we want to go. Kind of fill up the same space, but with a little bit more flow, and a little bit more swag to it. So that is what it is. And then these gray, I just put some gray boxes just to kind of signify the window space itself. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. All right, so my design is actually going to go inside of where the red space is, and I'm still going to be using the same concept that I was using. Not necessarily the same, not the same concept, the same elements that I was using up here. I'm not going to go searching for new elements just because there is no need for all that. And let's get to work. First things first is the service window. This was something that was very important. Oh yeah, and I'm thinking that what we're gonna do actually is we're gonna just use the whole space, but we're gonna do it in a different way. So some of it will be lettering like this, as you can see. And how do I do this a little bit more effectively? There we go. I feel like that that shows the window in itself without having to cover all that. Okay. And let me move this out the way. Don't need that now. There we go. All right. So half of the concept that I'm doing is I'll do some vinyl lettering with some die cut, and then we'll do some printed, and then we'll tie it all together. I feel like that's gonna look pretty cool. Maybe. That's what I always say to myself. Oh, this will look cool, but then once I start doing it, I'm like, oh no, that's garbage. So we'll see. um, let's see. Cool. All right. And then I had these different ones, these different little icons. I'm gonna delete this one right here. For the icons, I did have them kind of double layered, double colored. So can't really do that for the vinyl because the idea is to try to keep the vinyl part simple and then the other part to pop off. So let's kind of calm down and ungroup what needs to be ungrouped, and then put that here. And I'll take the writing too. Okay. And it might work, it might not work. I know for sure it will work for the other concept. I don't know if it'll work for this one. And I'm gonna switch the color out to white. Or I could switch it out to red. Not the outline color. I'll switch that one out. Let me make sure my mic is all the way up so you guys can hear me. The sound probably went up quite a bit. So I can make it either red or I can make it white. We'll do red. It just seems a little more interesting, but I don't know how that will look on the actual window itself. We'll keep it red. No, we'll do white. I know white will pop off, so let me just kind of play it safe, and then we'll see what I can do. Let me just align these. It's not gonna be perfectly aligned just yet because we got other elements to add, and I don't know if this is gonna be the final version. This is just an option. So when I'm creating these options, I do have to kind of try to move a little bit faster than when I'm doing my final concept, and then this should just kind of be slapped on there the same way. Yeah. I'm kind of moving a little bit faster than if I were to be doing the concept for the final run. What I can do here, because we're in a little predicament here, I'm gonna go ahead and what I can do is we are either going to shrink the size of this or we are going to shift some things around. And I'm going to try shifting things around first, and then I'll go into the other mode, which is shrinking stuff. All right, let's kind of group this. Group that, group that, group that, group that. Yeah, what I was saying was that when I'm creating these concepts, initial concepts, I do have to kind of move a little bit fast. We don't have a lot of time to be working on one concept that just won't work for the client. Does that make sense? So we kind of have to, oh, I don't know why we're sitting here struggling, guys, trying to fit a square into a circle when we can just easily do this little number, switch that order around. Oh, no, even better. Boom, switch it around. Yeah, 3 at the bottom, 2 at the top. Fair enough. But we're kind of doing that so it still fills up that space and it doesn't feel too empty. feels fair to me. And yeah. Alright, so now they're not perfectly lined up. So let me try to line it up, see how that looks. At least this edge. Let's try to line that up. Alright. And then maybe line these up. And line these up. I'm hungry. Alright. Yeah, so the goal is to kind of speed through these without spending too much time, making it still work effectively and still deliver what it needs to as an initial concept, but without taking the time that it does to make a production file. And maybe I will hop on here one day and show you guys how I do the production files and what that process is looking like. Hopefully this looks okay. Looks fine to me, but this does not sit right with me. I feel like this needs to be all the way out here, and then this needs to be a little bit more in, like that. So they don't have to perfectly line up. I don't think so. Because I got 2, got 3. Alright, that seems more legit right there. I'm okay with that. That works for me. So I'm gonna hop in here and hop into the next window, and what is that? Exotic snacks. So I'll just take that and I'll copy it. And now we are limited in a little bit of space here, so let's see what we can do. We're definitely not gonna do a background window graphic. It's not necessary. Maybe whenever I do the final concept, what I'll actually do is I'll start implementing a little bit of texture into the background. But right now, not necessary to add the texture, to add the final details. It's kind of like I'm gonna show you the design and you're gonna have to trust me. So let's get to doing that. I could also change the font to make it a little bit more exciting. So, oof, here we go on a font journey now. Alright, so I like to bring in the logo. And the logo font is our classic and beloved Montserrat font. Everybody loves it. It's good. It works. But I don't know. I'm trying to make it a little bit more of a different design. So maybe the clean aesthetic won't fit in with it. Maybe I'll have to do something a little crazier. Clean aesthetic for titles is good. The Oswald was a good font. I liked it. But I want something with a little bit a little bit more action to it, but without being like too much. Still need it to fit in. It's just that this logo is nice and clean and classy, and I really don't want to add anything out of pocket on here. But let me try something out of pocket and then we'll kind of go from there. Let's see what let's do it with service. If it works with service, it'll work with anything else. Little bit different of a font. Not boring, but not too crazy. Just something like a race car font is what I'm looking for, really. And typically what I like to do is I like to go on to Envato. Okay. This we'll do this. I like that. I like that a lot, guys. It's a good font. Okay. Now we're talking. Okay, now it looks more exciting. Yes. It's a little different, but it brings that excitement. I like the way it angles. Personally, I like really aggressive fonts like those, so not surprised. Okay, so let's remove that. And now, so there's two options I have and two ways and places that I can go from here. It's either I can go in and I can add this same crazy style that I was doing, except now they're going to be die cut in the window. Part of it will be showing, part of it will not be showing. Some of the elements will be kind of cut to shape on there. So it'll be a little bit more crazy, a little bit more chaotic. Or we can go and try to find a more classy looking setup. So what I'm gonna do is I like to work a little bit more effectively than that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this little number, and I don't really care to find. If I go for the first aesthetic, I can reuse these elements and just plop them in. If I go for the second aesthetic, I will have to go in and try to find some more pictures to kind of fit in appropriately with what we're doing here. So here is the other plan, and we'll just do a quick preview. We'll do probably like a circle shape because gas bros, duh. And I'm just gonna show you a quick preview of what I was, what the concept was. Put a mask over that. Hello? Okay, it's not working. Is it on the same layer? Yes, it is. So hello. Am I tripping? Alright, I need to put a mask on this. Oh, is this masked? No, it's not. Okay. I need a clipping mask, so Control 7. No. Okay, I guess my number lock was off, so that's why it wasn't working. Alright. Let's go back over here. And, we're going to do that number. Okay, so what we're gonna do is here is the other concept that I was thinking. I'm going to go ahead and go like that, then go like that, then do that, and that right there. Boom. Now I just made a little outline, which I can control. And I'm going to control the size of it just a little bit. Cool. So then we're going to go in, and I do think that what I'm going to do here is put in a little bit more of a grungy texture to this circle. Something like that. Okay, cool. So now it's not as boring. What I would do is I would go in, do that, put in another circle, maybe like a smaller circle down here, then a bigger circle up here. And then a little circle right there. But now the wave doesn't really work as well. So, these are the two concepts that I'm kind of in between picking. So what is the one that I'm actually going to pick? We don't know. So I'm in between working it out with this concept or working it out with this concept. But let me delete that. See if I like it better if I delete that. This could work. This could actually work as a concept if I just kind of focused it in a little bit more and did that. That way you're not covering up the whole window. You have more of a choice on the vinyl. And then if I wanted to still add some text, I could. I could use their own photos. we'll look into it. We'll look into it. I would say. Uh, I guess I could do it and then just replace the photos. This would be pretty. Hmm. Right. Where direction do I want to go? Finish concept 1 or finish concept 2? We'll do concept. We'll do this concept since it is the more intriguing concept, I would say. So that would be more for YouTube. So we'll do that. And it won't be too difficult, I don't think. Hopefully. I could be wrong. I do think that I'm going to. Well, I was gonna try to take it down as far as like try to take down this thing. Like put this in one line. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, so this is gonna be pretty easy, guys. Just drag and drop this thing right there. And then that number like that. Okay. And then I'm just gonna kind of play around with the with the layout a little bit so it can help. Whoa, I was about to say, why is that blurry? Okay, so
Here's your
yeah, I'm on YouTube Live. Kevin, what's up?
here's your the end of the rubber packet. When you do have the chance, you can go look at your truck. I put it in a very specific way, so hopefully not too many rocks get into it.
Okay.
And everything's looking real nice. Your truck is finished up.
Cool.
You got the tent, you got the vinyl, you got the wrap, you got the bed liner, you got the bed cover, the bed cover seals. What else do you need for your truck?
That's it. All right, so that's done. And to arrange this window, I'm going to kind of move these things a little bit. Just like that. And then we're going to move that right there. And this can be sticking out. I don't know if I wanted to or not. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible when it comes to installation. I don't mind it like laying over it, but it might be easier for installation's sake not to do that. So let's try to make that easy. It is really far away, so we want to try to make that as easy as possible. And this can be white. All right. Push that right there. And I think what I'm going to run a little bit different here is this color. I'm going to turn that into the full red to match the actual red over here. And no, I don't like that. And I'm going to turn it into white to make the white pop. There we go. Oh yeah, that's something I can do to swap it out so it doesn't look consistent, like so it doesn't look like the other design. When I'm creating these options, yes, I want it to look similar in style, but a little bit different tweaks that I'm going to be making throughout to kind of get them to be different. I got to make this arrow make sense. Transform and reflect. just like that. And that'll work. Something like that. I don't know. I'll fix the arrows later. And then the next thing you're gonna do is, yeah, that's fine. The next thing you're gonna do is probably swap this color out to the white color. That will really make it pop out. The contrast on the white background. Oh, I might switch the color of these windows too. Instead of red, we can make them black. And then this text, I can make it red. Oh, not black, red. It's a little thin. So we'll just do Oswald. I don't know. Does it have an outline? No, it doesn't. I don't know why it looks like that. It's a little strange. It's a little strange thing going on there. I'll just keep it at white then. Yeah, we'll do that. And we're going to swap this out for black as well. And we'll swap out these logos for red. Just swapping these colors out for red once I'm done deleting this. Just like that. Cool. Just with those simple tweaks, the concept just with those simple tweaks, the concept looks completely different than our first concept. But we're still using the same elements, like I said, similar icons, things like that. I might switch these out to red so it kind of all flows together, I think. That will flow together. And then we'll swap that out for black. Black in the bottom. I like bright colors, but I don't know. This looks kind of cool too. Looks kind of cool with the different. The yellow kind of pops out more than the black, so I might just put yellow and then yellow. Everything yellow. Alright, we'll do everything yellow. We might need a little more color on there to make it pop a little more. But to get it to pop, I'm just going to make these things a little bit more big, a little more intense. And we might just cut out on the text that is that's there. So I might just remove this text and get to work on I don't know what that sound is. What a strange little sound. And then I might just put like that more arrows using the same text. Something like that. I don't know. Y'all, I don't know. I'm just freestyling, switching it up. Something like that. Make sure that this can thing is bigger. I could get it like in that text, but I don't want it to touch. So we'll do that. Okay. And then we'll make this boom. we'll let the pictures bring in the color rather than the background and stuff. And this background, I still have a little bit of work to do on it. Because I'll probably add like a little texture or something. Some little something something. Okay, cool. So we got this window, and that's pretty much going to be the concept that that we'll do. So we have this initial concept, and I'll pretty much rinse and repeat for the rest of the windows. Um, I'll rinse and repeat for the rest of the windows this same idea, and then for the next couple of windows, what was that? That's my phone. Okay. So, what was I saying? What was I saying, guys? Let me know in the chat. Okay, so this is the concept that we're gonna go and rinse and repeat for the rest of these windows. Let me work on this concept right here, just so I can show you a different idea, and then and then I can go ahead and go back to getting the rest of these images put together, because it is gonna be a little bit of a longer journey. So we don't need to be on here throughout the whole thing, throughout the whole process. Um, since it is just rinse and repeat what we just whoa what we just did, and I am running out of air. So here we go. We have these pictures that are from Gas Bros. I just took them straight off their Instagram. If they want these concepts, then I'll just ask them for the pictures. But I'm just kind of randomly picking out the best pictures that I think will work for this situation that we got here. So we decided that this font, this exotic snack font that I have going on here, which is Sertan's Italic. We decided that was a pretty handy dandy font that we're gonna be using. So we got the exotic snacks. I think that looks cool. And then this is the other concept that I had with the pictures. So what do you guys think? Do we think we want to do that? Or do we want to build like a more of a randomy kind of blobby type of shape? Let's show you this shape. Or do we want like random shapes like that? I don't know if that. No, we'll do circles. I don't think that the blob shape is gonna fit in with this, you know, circle logo. Whatever. All right, I'm gonna ungroup, and I'm also going to switch out the colors to the Gas Bros red. All right, and all this is a simple circle. So all I have to do is take my image, this nice little image, and put the circle on top. And where's my circle? That invisible circle. Now it's blue. That helps you see. I'm arranging that to the top. Then I'm going to hit it with the Control 7, Command 7 on a Mac. And then that gives it a clipping mask. With that, I'm able to drop that in here. And was this not embedded? I was like, why does that look blurry? Alright, cool. And then just drop that in there. And boom. Easy. For this right here, I'm going to go back to the original setup. I don't like this new setup without a background. So go right there. Take that. Setup. Take that. And just basically ungroup. Because I had everything grouped with this burgundy color. Delete that. Delete the burgundy color. That's only for the other thing. And then swap it all over. Swap it all to white. Keep it pretty simple. Get that going. And boom. So that window is done. It's just going to be vinyl lettering. Super easy. Nothing crazy yet. Yeah, this is going to be more of like a tame design, I would say. At least for me, I would say this is tamed. Do that. And we'll arrange it to the top. Swap this over to that so it matches. Do that. And we'll do that number right there. Of the Doritos. Yeah, pretty front and center. Very interesting flavor. Roasted chicken flavored chip. Sounds interesting and also kind of good. We'll turn this a little bit. I'm going to leave this one. I'm going to leave that one like that. And I'm actually going to just straighten it out. Make all the images straight. I thought I wanted it weird shape, but now it's time for a little straight, a more straight up type of look. Do the red and do the red. Make it all match. And then we need one more circle, guys. We'll have these little Oreos on there. It is a smaller circle, so let's see if we can find something a little bit better than the Oreos. Something that's going to stand out a little bit more. No, I don't really see anything. I could put this can of DBZ. We'll do the DBZ can, and we'll just do the top one. So we'll do ungroup, we'll do release, and then we'll do that. And just like that, I'll go to front. Boom. And shrink this up in size a little bit. Should we do the one with Goku Rose, the Frieza, or is that Gohan? We'll do Gohan. Alright. And boom. Boom, boom. And cool. Cool. And very nice. We'll make this way bigger. Trying to fill up as much window space as I can. Where it makes sense, of course. Doing die cut circles like this. Oh, man. I'm not going to be able to do these weird little funky edges because I need a die cut circle. It's got to be basic. Alright, remove the stroke. We're just doing clean little circles. We're going for a more clean aesthetic. I think it will still work. I might be able to... And if it doesn't work, I have another plan. Alright, if that doesn't work, I can always add a... I can make it black with a red outline. But a basic outline, please. So it fits in well with the Gas Bros aesthetic. And if I don't like red, I can always do red with a black outline. Basic aesthetic. So we always have the option of adding in an outline that is just a regular outline. Or this could be white. Or that could be white. Something like that. Or I don't know. They all look kind of cool, actually. Or flip it to where it looks like that. This might be more difficult, but it might look cooler. With the white and then the red. I don't know, I think that looks a little cooler. Kind of looks like a bubble. Why does this have an outline for what? That gives a little bit more flow. And rinse and repeat. And I could also throw in the Gas Bros. I could throw in the Gas Bros logo somewhere around here. Extra big, too. So there's a lot more options with that. But it is red with black. So let me see what that looks like. Let me see what that looks like before I kind of commit to it. Red and then a black outline. That might be it. That might be the Gas Bros signature colors that I go with. Might do that. Or just red with white. What makes more sense? I'll just do red with white and see how that pans out and how that looks with all the circles.
What's up, YouTube? June, just want to let you know that the food is ready, and you got a couple emails requesting a few information so they can go ahead and make those deposits, right? Also, follow me, guys.
All right, I'm about to wrap up pretty soon here. All right, cool. All right, so that pretty. What are you doing? All right. I was looking at my screen, and then I was looking at my brother out there. So, all right. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and save this file, guys. I think that this is pretty much gonna be what we do in this 1 hour session for this live. So basically, we did a window design, and we ended up with these two new concepts. We already had one, and off of that one, we were able to work in and do 3 concepts. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the Alright guys, so you guys pretty much saw how I created 3 concepts from 1 concept. So yeah, so that's pretty much how I do it. These are the 2 concepts that I came up with. The one where I had, no, I'll show you this. I don't know why I had to keep on flipping back and forth. But yeah, so this is the first concept that we ended up executing. This is gonna be half perf, half vinyl, and 100% fun. I like this little font that we ended up selecting. I think this is my favorite one of them all, and we're gonna continue that for all the windows over here. I'm gonna do that separately, and then for the services, we did the same type of thing, just kind of switched up the colors. And then here is the other one I came up with. This one was one more of an afterthought, but I do like it, and I think continuing in this fashion will be another good design to provide options to our clients. So I do think that this font might be a little too aggressive for that. So we might go back to our standard Oswald font and call it a day. Keep it simple. There we go. And there we go. And yeah. And I have one more idea, but we'll probably execute that after lunch. So let me make sure that that's saved because it's a lot of work. Okay. I'm definitely going to be continuing this and sharing the process for the full scope of the project. Later on, if any of these designs get approved, then we'll go ahead and share the process of how we actually build the signs out. Hey, what's up? see you guys. That's pretty much it for it. Enjoy your tea. Thank you. Anyway, so I'll see you guys later. This is pretty much all I have for today. Make sure you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel where we're gonna be posting more of these live sessions. If you missed it, you can always check out that live session playlist, and we also post episodes on the full process and scope of sign production, sign design, sign installation, and more. So if you're interested in, if you have a storefront and you're trying to set your storefront up and you're not sure and want to see what goes on behind the scenes of the sign world, or if you're trying to make your own sign shop and you want to know the inside scoop on what everybody's doing, make sure that you just are subscribed to our channel. We also post on TikTok and Instagram. On TikTok, we do all of our short form content. It's pretty fast paced, and we try to post daily on there. And on Instagram, you can see all of our finalized projects. Woo! I need something to drink. But anyway, I see you guys in the next one. This is June. Peace out later, guys.